Good day, viewer. Welcome to BSU TV. Today, you're watching a documentary on fish production and human nutrition. I am Aba Ann, your presenter. Healthy and nutritious source of protein, which is popular around the world. Industrial fish farming or aquaculture provides almost half of the seafood that we consume, and this is expected to increase with time as more people are embracing fish farming due to its lucrative nature. Fishery resources are an important source of both macro and micronutrients in humans. Globally, fish accounts for about 17% of animal protein intake. Fish consumption also provides health benefits to the adult population. There is strong evidence that fish, in particular oily fish, lowers the risk of coronary heart disease. Fish is a highly nutritious food containing high amounts of protein and high biochemical value for humans. In addition, it is a very good source of polyunsaturated fatty acids, known to be beneficial in preventing cardiovascular diseases, breast and colon cancer, amongst others. Fish has an essential nutrients that keep the heart and the brain healthy, even in infant development of vision and nerves during pregnancy. Please stay tuned for more details into the video.
Nigeria and elsewhere in the world, fish are sourced from two basic ways. This can be river, stream, ponds. From river or stream. What should you do if you have never gone river fishing before? It's simple. How to fish in a river. First, consider areas where a structure along river banks, such as sunken trees or overhanging branches of trees, where the current of water grindle is strong or moving quickly. Fish often seek refuge in the calmer backways area. Fishing in river required many techniques such as bottom bouncing, upstream casting, river jiggle. From the fish pond, pond owners can purchase fish from commercial growers as tiny as they are. Purchase from fish considered to be owners' livestock. Partial list of commercial fish growers can be obtained from Department of Wildlife, Park and Tourism, Natural Resources Conservation Service and Extension Services Office. Harvesting a fish pond. Farm fish can be harvested in several ways, either from pond filled with water or drained according to the needs of the owner. To harvest your fish by draining the water completely, usually you need a drainable pond. In such case, all the fish are removed from the pond and harvested either inside or outside the pond. If you need the fish alive, you can use fishing materials. You can also use chemicals if they are not needed alive. Capturing fish. These are natural occurring fish that are harvested by capturing fishery. Capturing fishery is sometimes known as wildlife fishery. The aquatic life and support is not controlled in any meaningful way, so they need to be captured or fished. Wildlife fishery exists primarily in the oceans and particularly around coastal and conservation shapes. They also exist in lakes and rivers. Issues with wildlife fishery are overfishing and pollution. Significance of wildlife fishery have collapsed or are at the danger of collapsing due to overfishing and pollution. Overall production from the world wild fishery has leveled out and has started to decline. Cultural fishing. This is the controlled cultivation of fish in water bodies. It can also be referred to as farm fishery. Farm fishery can operate in sheltered coastal waters, in rivers, lakes, and ponds, in enclosed bodies of water, such as tanks. Farms fishery are technology in nature and revolve through development. Farm fishery are expanding. Chinese in particular are making advancements. Nevertheless, the majority of fish consumed by human beings too are sourced from The live wildlife fishery. Inland fishery. Inland fishery are done particularly in freshwater bodies such as lakes, ponds, rivers, and tanks. This method is incorporated here generally pisciculture as the yield of captured fish is not very high. 5 to 6 species are retrieved in one water body. The selection of these species such as that have different food habits, yet there is no competition for food. Common variety retreats are rahu, catfish, cross carp, common carp, etc. Marine fishery. With the Indian landmass being a peninsula, we have been blessed with a coastline of 7.517 kilometers. Fishing is a source of livelihood for 14 million people. These 14 million people cast their nets in marine waters, e.g., marine waters, the sea, and the ocean. Fish is filled with body fatty acid, technically called omega-3, and vitamins such as D and B2. Fish is rich in calcium, phosphorus, and great source of minerals such as iron, zinc, iodine, magnesium, and potassium. The American Heart Association recommended eating fish at least twice per week as a part of healthy diet. Fish is packed with protein, vitamins, and natural resources that can lower blood pressure and help reduce the risk of heart attack or stroke. Eating fish is an important source of omega-3 fatty acid. The essential nutrients keep your heart and brain healthy. Two omega-3 fatty acids found in fish are EPA and DA. Our body does not produce omega-3, so we must eat fish to generate it. Omega-3 acids are found in every kind of fish, but are especially high in fatty fish. Some good omega-3 are salmon, trout, sodium, herring, canned, mussel, canned, Thai, toast, and oysters. Some uses of omega-3 acid is help maintain a healthy heart, lowering blood pressures, and reducing the risk of sudden death, heart attack, abnormal heart rhythms, and stroke. Its acid heart brain functions, infants' development of vision and nerves during pregnancy. It may decrease the risk of depression, asthma disease, dementia, and diabetes. May prevent inflammation and reduce risks of arthritis. Fish makes a vital contribution to the survival and health of significant portion of the world population. Fish is especially important in the developing world. In West Africa, fish account for 30% of animal protein intake, and the number would have been larger if the poor could afford buying more fish. Often referred to as rich food for poor people, fish provides essential nutrients, especially quality protein and fats, vitamins, and minerals. Fish contributes to food security as an important accompaniment to rice-based diet in Asia and maize and cassava-based diet in Africa. Fish supply in Africa has been declining for a number of reasons, while demand has increased due to the rise in population. Strategies to increase fish supply all over the world has been promoted globally. Malnutrition is still a problem in many countries, particularly in Africa. It is estimated that 47 million children under the age of 5 are starved in sub-Saharan Africa, whereas estimated at Eastern and Southern Africa, the figure stands as 24 million. Micronutrient deficiency of vitamin A, iron, and iodine are also of public health concern in the whole of African region. Their consequences include nutritional blindness, poor learning capability, poor growth, and increased mortality rate. Development and agricultural program including fishery and aquaculture, which mainstream nutritional issue, can go a long way in solving problems of malnutrition in Africa and other parts of the world.
I am Faith Ibe standing at the riverbank, Benue State, with Mr. Suleiman. So now which time be the perfect time to comot catch these fishes?
At times we used to come out around 4 o'clock, 5, 6, like that. So from that time we used to come. So after we come, we go to the river, we enter the river. If we enter, we now swim to place that stones there. Then we can set the trap there under the stones. After we set the trap like 2 days, 3 days, we are setting the trap. This is the trap we used to set. So after we set the trap, we are putting meat into the trap. Then we set it under stone. When we set it like 2 days to 3 days, then we will now check it. Then we will get what we set the trap for.
Okay, so after una set this trap, when you go back one kind, like how many fish you fit can catch per trap?
Times we used to catch maybe from 1,000 to reach up, but we are getting more than the way you think. Because we used to, in one trap, if God help, we can catch 50,000 in one trap. Because we used to catch very fine fish. The fish that if you see, you like it. That is the kind of fish we used to catch. Because the trap is for selecting. We used to select fish. The trap is always selecting fish. Clean fish. That is it. What the trap is getting.
Like mostly na which kind of fish una dey catch?
Get one fish where we always catch. They used to call the fish maigu. That is the fish we used to set trap for. But we used to catch plenty fish, like something like buru. That is with Hausa. That is how we used to call it with Hausa. We used to catch buru, burukuli, and the rest. Yes, we catch many fish, but the most special fish that we used to catch is the maigu.
Thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate. God bless you. So this is Much You Can Take. I am Faith Abel.
Still on the program, I am Obia Ene. Here we meet Mr. Barnabas, who will be answering some vital questions. So, Mr. Barnabas, can you tell us how long you've been in this business? Okay. Please tell us what these fishes are being fed with or how you feed them.
We have African rice what you can do the can-made feeds, or you can do foreign ones that are actually boys, because of the fact that everything is quite expensive now. You can't really afford it.
Okay. Is it true that these fishes are being fed with animals
Yes, you can.
and or maybe dead animals sometimes?
Yes, you can feed them with dead animals, but it's mostly advised you cook them. And maybe you have a chicken that just like to die and you don't want to eat it. You can just cook it, remove the feathers, pieces, and drop it for them. But if you are too reluctant about it, you can just remove the feathers, drop it, finish, and leave it. That is one.
Is this process not detrimental to human health? Like you giving them dead?
It's not. It's not. You keep them for 6 months. Not ready to eat. But depends on how. If it's for sale, 6 months a year, it's enough to sell. But if you eat, a month, you know that's you don't want to one specialty. You want to have it on like me now. I can pick as they are now learning at any time.
Mr. Barnabas, what is the difference between the fish in the pond and that of the river?
The fish in the pond and that of the ones in the river have better space than the one in the pond. So if you notice, the growth of the ones in the river, it's more than the ones in the pond. And the ones in the pond, you watch their growth, you limit their feeding, you give them according to your own time frame. They eat at your own convenient time. But the ones in the river, they eat anytime, as long as they could get food, and they just eat.
This is the much questions we can take. Thanks for staying tuned. I am Obia Ene.
Thank you for staying tuned. We've come to the end of the program. I remain Aba Ann.